I'm not a politician. I'm not a loud voice on social media. I'm a father, a quiet one who goes to work, tries to do right by his family, and stays out of the spotlight. But now you're gonna remember my name. You'll remember it because I'm not just fighting for my daughter. I'm fighting to make sure that what happens to me, to my family, never happens to another parent in this district. My daughter changed her identity, not after years of discussion or family dialogue, not after joint input from both of her parents. No, this happened quickly, secretly, encouraged by a school-appointed therapist and a system that never thought to include me. And the school didn't inform me, they didn't include me, they didn't even ask me, they replaced me. By the time I found out, I was already labeled the problem. My objections weren't treated as concerns, they were treated as opposition. My voice was dismissed as hateful, my presence undermined. The therapist, the school, and eventually the court-appointed investigator all decided that because I would affirm something, I didn't deserve to parent my daughter equally anymore. They didn't accuse me of abuse, they didn't claim I'd caused harm. The only evidence against me was that I said I'm not ready to affirm this yet. That's it. And now I'm at risk of losing parenting time, of being erased from my daughter's life, not because I failed as a father, but because I dared to ask questions. And it started in your schools. Your systems made it possible, and your silence made it permanent. You gave my ex all the tools she needed to take our daughter from me, tools that she couldn't have forged on her own. You gave her the therapist, you gave her the ideological support, and you never once thought, shouldn't the father be involved too? I was supposed to have one opponent in this fight for my daughter, one voice with equal say, one person across the table who I would battle for influence, and that person was supposed to be my ex. But you gave her reinforcements. You gave her a system that cut me out of the picture. You handed her the tools to eliminate me from my daughter's life. And with your help, she's trying to erase me altogether. You replaced my voice, you stole my seat at the table, and you made decisions about my daughter without me. Don't think you can take a man's child from him and not reap a whirlwind. You don't get to raise our children for us, and if those who replace you try as you have, we'll replace them too. So parents of Jefferson County, get your kids out of Jefferson County now.
If you're worried that the state is here to take your kids, you're worried about the wrong thing. If you are not supporting your child through an identity crisis, then you are the problem. I'm sorry. And you've already lost your kids the minute you stop supporting them. I don't care if somebody doesn't take them away from you. As soon as they have the autonomy to leave, they're gone.
We find ourselves in, let's call it a volatile time. And right now, as Coloradans, we need to support one another at every level. A community that protects its neighbors is a stronger community. And likewise, a school that protects trans kids can better protect all kids.
When I heard that members of the community might be coming out tonight to speak hateful rhetoric about our trans community and trans kids in particular, I knew I needed to be here to show those same kids that there are people right now that are standing up for them and their rights. We know that supporting and affirming trans kids leads to happier and healthier kids overall, who are more confident, who are overall joyful, and most importantly, who survive to adulthood.
My name's Stephanie Turner, my pronouns are she, her, and I live in Lakewood District 2. I would like to use my brief 3 minutes speaking to the board to make a plea to our common humanity. Each and every one of us has unique causes and conditions that lead us to this exact moment. I would also bet that if anyone in this room who thinks that I should not exist had been born in my place with my biology, had had my exact lived experiences, they would be here now talking to this audience as a confident transgender woman as well.
I'm here today to beg you to reject the hate and keep all of our children safer by continuing to stand firmly on the side of medicine, science, and trans students.
My youngest child is my transgender daughter. Being a teen in today's world can be tough. Preteens and teenagers often struggle in this phase of life, trying to discover who they are, what they believe in, how to fit in the world. Transgender kids and teens have an added layer of difficulty in navigating a world that has traditionally been designed to acknowledge gender in a binary form only.